Good morning, everyone. Manifested Mercy. We're going to continue doing helpful videos to work with people that are dealing with incarceration and addictive recovery-related issues, and for those people that have been victimized. Today's specific topic is going to be questions to ask people if you are concerned that they are acting out criminally, or that they are dealing with addictive issues. A lot of people don't know what to ask or how to act, and so there's some very basic questions. Now, before I get into that, Manifested Mercy specifically is all about assisting those people, and we believe in 6 points, which we've discussed in our videos earlier, helping people find safe housing, gainful employment, getting involved in programming and educational classes, reconnecting with family community, making sure that they have a faith base, and then good accountability and support. So that being said, we try to assist people pre, during, and after incarceration, and assist people in the addiction and recovery-based period, getting people in touch with the right people that can help them in that process, or specifically aiding them ourselves. Today's video, like I said, is on questions to ask. If you are concerned about behavior, if you are concerned about health, if you are concerned about that they are specifically acting out criminally, or you are concerned that they are involved in some serious health-related addictive issues. I mean, let's be honest, there's a lot of different addictive issues out there, but some aren't necessarily health-based. I've always tried to define an addiction as something you're willing to do regardless of the cost or the people you hurt in the process. So certainly gambling, pornography, and spending, shopping are 3 things that don't necessarily physically, I guess pornography leads to masturbation, which can lead to physically hurting yourself if you're not careful, but the point being is that those are all addictive things that aren't necessarily the health related, such as alcohol and drugs. So let's go over these questions. As always, this video can be expanded. This will be about 10 minutes long at most, but can be expanded into an hour and a half session, which would include feedback and discussion time, so other people involved can add points or dispute things they disagree with. So anyway, that being said, first question, and I kind of did a who, what, when, where, why kind of question scenario, and I've got 6 specifically. The first question is, what plans do you have? So you're probably seeing a pattern that's changing with the time that they're spending. So what are they doing today? What are they doing tonight? What are they doing tomorrow? And I'll explain what you're looking for. Unspecific answers or long extended periods of time, or if they're not willing to answer, tend to give you an idea that there's something going on that you need to know more about, especially if you're a parent of someone that's doing it or a spouse. But frankly, if you're concerned about anybody and it's odd, the time they're spending, where they're spending it, how they're spending it, then the first question I would ask is, well, what are your plans do you have? If they can give you a concrete plan, you know where they're going, who they're going to be with, it's easy to check up on that if you're concerned that they're lying. The second question follows up on that is, who are you spending that time with? And then kind of a follow-up question that goes with it is why are you not spending time with us or others that might be more safe or productive, especially if they've changed their pattern of who they're spending their time with. Again, look for them to answer with someone that you know or can get to know or trust. If you're hearing names you've never heard before, or if they're not answering you, then they're hiding something. The third question is, where is all your money going or coming from? So, for instance, if it's an addiction, they're probably spending a lot of money that they haven't spent before that's become untrackable. If you're a spouse, you have access to that account. So be looking for that. If a lot of money's coming in, then there's the question of, are they criminally involved in something that's bringing money in? Are they dealing drugs? Are they into robbery, burglary, extortion, things like that? So again, tracking money, figuring out where it's going and coming from. It's a good question to ask. Again, if they give you an answer, you should be able to track it down. They should be able to back it up and shouldn't be bothered by showing it to you unless they're trying to hide something. Which, by the way, if they are trying to hide something and they say, well, I just recently spent some money on a gift I'm getting you, it'll come in the mail soon. If you don't see something or get something, in the next several weeks that somewhat closely matches the money amount that might be missing or that you see getting spent, know that that's a great cover-up that's used. So that's the third question. Fourth question is, when will you be home? Look, you're looking for exactness. I don't know is not okay. Excessive away times or hours, not okay. When will you be home? I'll be home by 10 o'clock tonight. It's currently 7. Then you go back to the question of where are you going? Who are you spending the time with? What are those plans? I'll be home by 9:30. It's 8 o'clock. It's an hour and a half. Okay, I kind of know where they're going. It takes about 20 minutes to get there, 20 back. It's 40. It's only 30 minutes. Okay, that might be legit. Or that's not legit. Why would they only go there for 30 minutes unless they're going to talk to somebody and do something quick? So again, feel out the situation. Fifth question, how can I help you? This is about, and I've talked about the zero state before, and I'll do a specific video on it. How can I help you? Be supportive, build them up on the positives, be there in their lives. Don't enable them, but be supportive, build them up. How can I help you? Can I be there for you? Hey, I want to spend some time with you. Hey, you look great today. These are all things that help that build-up process. Make it genuine. Don't just say it to say it, but find positives so they can hear the positives that they can base on that. And finally, the sixth question I had written down, and there's certainly, we can expand this to 25 questions or more, but for the purpose of this video, the sixth question is, do you realize the damage you're causing? This is a tough issue. If you have enough evidence that you are seeing that there's something going on, that there's a problem, then asking them to realize the damage that they're doing. If you need to, take a look into Impact to Crimes on Victims class and learn a bit about that. It can help you help somebody else. Let them recognize, help them see that they're doing damage by using drugs, by acting criminally. Who are the victims? What other crimes might they be able to commit as the next step in their process? What might be the next drug they use? What could that money have been spent on, especially if they have kids or people they live with where their money helps pay for bills? Think about that. Here's things to look for just to add to this, because really that's the questions I had, and I'd love to hear comments on these. Again, this video will be both on the Facebook page and on the YouTube Manifested Mercy. You can look for it there. But here's some things to look for. Look for change in behavior and schedule. Look for quick answers and deflection when you do ask questions like these. Look for a physical appearance change, their eyes, their cleanliness, the type of clothing they wear. Are they brushing and showering in the same type of pattern they did in the past? Check their eating habits. Is it changing? If they're eating a heck of a lot more, that may mean that they're doing something or using something that makes them hungry, or the munchies, or eating less. Might be they don't have the money to buy the food because they've been spending all their money on something else. Might be that their stress, anxiety levels are higher, and therefore their stomach is bothering them because their conscience is bothering them, and therefore they are dealing with what they're going through. So finally, here are just 4 quick points to end this with today. When you're asking these questions, don't hesitate to get them help. If you have enough evidence to tell you something weird is going on, you'd rather err based upon love, tough love, and try to get them help than you would on just avoiding it and not. My situation that I think of is at my workplace. We once had a person nearby that we could not tell if they were overdosing or not, and I did not rush to aid with Narcan, which I had available. Though that person didn't need Narcan, though when the police and the fire department showed up, it was just this person was probably strung out on something but was not having an overdose. It doesn't matter. Don't hesitate to get help. You got to do it immediately. It's important. Secondly, don't skip conversations or avoid, even if it's awkward, even if you don't want to have it. You cannot avoid being truthful, honest, and getting to the point. Don't hesitate. Third, stay involved, encourage, and be vigilant. Keep an eye out. If you're concerned it's happening, then probably something is going on. Stay vigilant. Keep paying attention. Don't blow it off saying it's not your problem. And finally, the fourth one is encourage them to work, some type of job or task or hobby. Get to faith-based meetings on what they believe, and programming. Go to classes. Even if it's not a recovery-related class, anger management or Impact to Crimes on Victims type class, personal growth class, they could go to a GED or a training class, learn a skill, be involved with a group. All that being said, as always, we love you. You are loved, and you are more than the choices you made. Have a great day.